pension plan after the so-called Omnibus spending bill signed into law last week. That's because it could mean some big changes.
Yeah, roughly 100,000 New Yorkers could see their monthly checks slashed by more than 65%. Kimberly Howard explains who could be affected.
The $1.1 trillion spending bill passed to prevent another government shutdown is now leading to new concerns.
There was no opportunity to debate this provision. There was no opportunity to have hearings or to hear from those who were going to be affected.
AARP spokesperson Erik Kriss says roughly 100,000 retirees in New York State could see significant cuts to their pensions, specifically multi-employer pensions.
That's where the employee worked for more than one employer. So as you can imagine, a lot of union workers wind up working for different contractors over the course of a year. It's not the typical employee who works for the same company for many, many years.
The plans affected are ones the Federal Department of Labor has already said are running out of money. AARP says these pensions could be cut by as much as 2/3. That means the average monthly pension of about $558 would be slashed down to less than $200, and the average yearly retirement income of $22,500 would be cut to just under $18,000.
That's over a 20% cut. And $22,500 is not a lot to live on these days in the first place. It's a very modest retirement income. You cut 20% off of that, people are going to be struggling.
Kriss says what's done is done, but he's concerned that the effects of this legislation could lead to a slippery slope.
And our concern is that now that there is a precedent for being able to go in and reduce benefits from earned, guaranteed pensions with this group, who's to say it won't happen with another group?
Kimberly Howard, CBS 6 News.
Now, just to be clear, the people affected by these cuts are not state workers and not union members who work for the same company for years and years. People who may need to be concerned are union members who had several employers in the private sector. If you think that might mean you, check with your pension plan to be sure. Two former GE